All right. Let's do this. Finally. I should be streaming live. Okay. All right. I should change. It should be like problem fixed. All right. Please, LeJohn, this is the number. Oh, here. I'll put the number in the comment sections, but right now I want to finish the conversation. And I'm leaving the lines over for LeJohn. Finally, I get to hear. And I'll give you guys about an hour, and then I got to go to bed because I got to be up at the crack of dawn tomorrow. So about an hour. All right. And the call-in number is, I put it in the comment section. I also put it in the eat these grapes while I wait for somebody to call. The Cove, I erased the Cove. Oh, here, I'll write in the name. It's Verstein the Cove. Verstein. I erased the other test. So so your number should not, there shouldn't be any history of your number. I apologize again. I'm so sorry about that. I know grapes are sugar, but I'm not doing processed sugar. I'm weaning off of processed sugar. So this is like, grapes are like my next thing. But I know they're so sweet though. They're super sweet because once you stop eating like chocolate, hey Mo, once you stop eating chocolate or you stop eating processed sugar and then you start, you eat stuff that's really sweet, and it's super sweet. I'm eating this. Have you tried this one? This is bad too. It has sugar in it. I think it has a little bit of palm sugar in it. Maranatha almond butter. So protein, peanut butter, and banana. I'm working my way up. I'm trying to. Hey James, what's going on? Blink's late. Come on, LeJean. You got like. If you don't call in 2 minutes, I'm gonna just take the next caller. So you got 2 minutes. I should be like, feedback from like, keep checking the chat. 2, reference which comment you're responding to. I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. What's up, Israel 1011? Do not grapes have, Antka, do not grapes have something that is good, right? I mean, there's good things in grapes and there's bad things. I mean, it just depends on what you're trying to do, right? I would like to go ketogenic, but I like fruit too much. So, all right, you got 1 minute, LeJean. You got 1 minute. You got next. All right, you got 1 minute. If not, I'm gonna. Are you calling? I'm calling the NG. All right. All right, we have LeJean on the line.
I did not get a notification. Of course, that's what I'm
Could you speak up a little louder?
Also, I didn't get a notification. That's why I'm waiting to get my notification from you. That's why I called back in yet.
Got you. Okay.
Okay. Hey, hello everybody. We're happy to be the first caller on Truther Show.
I know.
You want to talk to this woman for so long because she just, man, every time you're on the air, I try to get a bit part of it. But so your work schedule is so inconsistent. It's hard to get you on a line or to know when you're on. But I'm happy that you're on right now with us.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy. I can't. I'm struggling a little bit hearing you. I'm happy to talk to you. I've been wanting to do this for so long. It's a call-in number.
Yeah, we can want
Talk to somebody. I try and respond in the comments, as when I can, and that's how I kind of, keep tabs on the subscribers and keep in touch. But anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit a couple topics very quick to get us rolling, and then let the ball take itself on. I just found online scrolling YouTube. I was talking to a thing about. Can you hear me good?
I can't hear you that well. I'm still struggling. That's why my face is all in the.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Let me see if there's a volume that I can turn up on my end. How about now? Okay.
Okay. How about now?
I can hear you. I can understand you, but it's just still a struggle. But keep talking.
Okay.
I'll do the best.
Okay.
We'll do the best we can right now.
Okay. All right. There was a new guy, I guess, at Alphabet, Alphabet Community Pride Parade, and he was working around butt naked in front of children. And
What?
his thing was children should. Yeah.
Is this on Santa Monica?
No, I don't know. I don't think it was out here. I think it might have been in Frisco, actually.
Oh, okay.
I should have found out where it was at. But I'll find out where it's at, and I'll type it in the comment section. But he was walking around butt naked. And people are like saying, well, what about the children? He's like, oh, well, no, children should know about nakedness. There's nothing wrong with being naked.
Well,
and then he had the nerve.
That's crazy.
Well, what? Yeah, then he goes that some guy got in trouble because he had an erection. Yeah, you have an erection walking around people. Yeah, children and women. Yeah, you're probably turned on. That's why people frown upon that stuff.
Wow.
But that's crazy. That's why Trump, first of all, is going to get reelected, because as much rhetoric as people say he says and stuff, he is a normal person. He has normal thoughts. He doesn't believe that blacks are oppressed in this country, and we are not.
We're not, yeah.
I'm hearing this. I always tell people, if we're so oppressed, then how come at one time Magic Johnson ran to the biggest organization in American sports? How come LeBron James gets damn near $500 million to dribble the ball? How come all these athletes, actors are so respected and loved, where they can tell white people you're evil, and they go, oh, I am.
I know, right?
Oh God, I'm evil. Stop it. Right?
Yeah.
We all going through problems, all right? So stop trying to say because I'm black, I can now say that I'm superior because my race survived so much stuff. So what? Every race has to survive.
Yeah, definitely. And plus, the people that are complaining about this right now, they've never gone through real slavery or Jim Crow. That's an insult to people like my parents and then real slaves, too.
Yeah, and my grandparents who actually had to, go through stuff. And it's a slap in the face to us, too, because I've experienced racism, but I'm like, okay, I don't care. I'm black. There's certain things as a black man or as a black person you expect to happen. Like the other day in Santa Monica, the dude, I was listening to a story. The way the news put the story out was like, guy walks up the store, the kid walks out with a basketball, and he's chased down by a Foot Locker employee, and they call the cops, right? But they went on, because I was saying, well, shoot, if your kid walks out the store with a basketball, then yeah, your kid's stealing. And they made it seem like, that they were just walking out the store and like, oh, well, I told her I was going to pay. But when I actually watched the story, come to find out the guy had paid for this little basketball for his kid. And when he walked out, the worker harassed him and called the cops. And I go to Santa Monica well, not anymore, because it's so crappy out. I mean, it's not crappy. The environment is great, but the people are crappy.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There was a cop that they showed on, because the video went viral. There was a female cop, and I was like, I know that bitch, because I smoked a cigarette out there. And this cop actually came up to me and said, sir, you're not allowed to smoke out here. Like, but it's outside. I'm not in a building. Yeah, we have a smoking ordinance. I'm like, but okay, let me explain something to you. I'm not visiting California. I'm not like illegal alien. I was born and raised in California. I'm in my 40s. Been doing this for the last 20 years smoking. I don't care that you PC crappers want to stop people from doing what they want because you feel because I'm on this planet now, you should stop. No. That's why people need to watch the movie Demolition Man. And I tell people this. Watch the movie Demolition Man, and that's telling your future, especially in California. the one part that really resonates with me with Demolition Man was when Sandra Bullock is driving, right, and Sylvester Stallone's trying to regain his balance about being on ice for like 40 years, and she goes, well, President Schwarzenegger, and Sylvester goes, President Schwarzenegger. She goes, yes, after he became governor of California, he became governor of California. I don't even want to know. And this movie was like 20 years before he became governor of California.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you never saw that part?
No, I've never seen that movie.
What? Hold on. What?
I know there are a lot of movies I haven't seen. I just made a note. I have you guys always turn me on to good stuff, so I'm making notes as we're talking.
Yeah, watch the movie. Okay, let me break it down real quick. Sylvester Stallone, it was nice. This one was his best part. He was the villain of the movie, right? And so they were they had some new program where instead of like executing you or killing you or whatever, they would put you on ice and to rehabilitate you, and then 40 years later, when your sentence is done, they unthaw you and let you go back into the
cryogenics or cryo. Yeah.
Yeah, and they would freeze you. But Wesley was released by nefarious reasons. You have to watch the movie and see.
Okay.
So,
well, don't spoil it. Don't tell the whole thing, because.
Oh no! I'm not gonna spoil that stuff for you. I just want to tell you this little part. So Sylvester Stallone was a cop that caught him, so they figured, he's the only one that can catch him because we don't know how to catch this kind of guy. He's too violent for us. So Sandra Bullock is like one of her first roles too. She was like trying to acclimate him to the way because it's based in Los Angeles in the future, and it's called San Angeles. Santa Monica and Los Angeles put together, so it's called San Angeles.
Oh, great.
All right. So when it's called San Angeles, she's talking to him and she goes, well, when President Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone goes, President Schwarzenegger, she goes, oh yeah, after the 36th Amendment, where a foreigner become a president, President Schwarzenegger, and Sylvester Stallone says, you know what, I don't even want to know that Arnold Schwarzenegger became governor of California. And this was like 10, 15 years before Arnold Schwarzenegger became governor of California. So this movie has so many things about smoking, how they're going to ban that, how free rights is going to be taken away just so we can all be diverse and live in a social society. Watch Demolition Man, and that is our future if we let these morons take over.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, please watch Demolition Man. It's funny how movies they kind of tell us things, but we just take it as entertainment, like The Simpsons. People have always.
Oh, I was about to say that.
Yeah, they always take it as Simpsons as, it's just childish entertainment. All right, well then tell me why I think it was Brazil or something tried to sue the cartoon because it killed their tourism because The Simpsons said something about they got mosquitoes, blah blah this, and they sued saying the cartoon's killing our tourism. But yet, when the Olympics went out there, guess what? Everything The Simpsons said was true. So The Simpsons are another barometer of things that are going to happen if we do not stop this stupidity and this insanity that these four horse women of the apocalypse are trying to cause.
Jericho Green calls him the four horrors of the apocalypse.
Yeah, I love Jericho Green.
He's amazing.
Hey, he's a nut. Him, actually, God names off with everybody. So now if you want people to get a bar, I heard you call Axe Truth one time now.
What? Say that again. What?
You had called Axe Truth one time. I heard you.
Yeah, I did. I'm probably gonna do a show with him in the future. Too. But yeah, I know I've reached out to a lot of YouTubers. We're friends and we talk, like Maurice Delk, Magnificent, Conservative Mexican, Zach King, American Curls. Huh? What?
I said Amazing Lucas, he's cool too.
Amazing Lucas, yeah, I interviewed him too, and we comment and stuff every once in a while. He's really good business-wise. He has all his branding and down. He's real solid, and he's really consistent. Yeah. And there are other people too that I have not touched base with. Like I watch Hassan Campbell sometimes, and I watch and then there are just other people that pop up, and I'm like, oh, they're really good. Like like Blue Collar Logic and who else? Controversial reality. I reached out to him. I'm trying to get together and interview Anomaly. There are just so many good people right now, Like every time I turn around, there's somebody new popping up too,
Yeah, but listening to you guys, it lets me know that because before I was like, I would have these feelings. I've always felt this way about certain things, especially about something else we touched on about, no, there's no such thing as an illegal person. No, there's no such thing as an illegal person, but there is such thing as illegal action. And when you do them, that makes you an illegal because you're doing illegal things.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Well, if we went to a country, we'd be illegal without a visa. You know what I mean? Like, where else could we go to another country and just show up? You know?
Just get a job, just try and be part of society, and then send money back home to our country so we can enrich our family at our home.
Yeah.
We're so stupid out here. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go into things. I know other people want to get.
Yeah. I was gonna say I gotta go. I'm sorry. I'm just so happy to talk, and I'm happy this is working though.
No, I'm happy talking to you. Oh yeah, and before I let you go, Kamala Harris is a slut. Willie Brown, man, why did you do this to us, Willie Brown? Stop making your girlfriends women in power. Stop doing this. You're killing us, dude.
Yeah.
All right, hey, Truther, man, I love talking to you. Please do this again.
I will. I'll try and do it within the week. Thanks so much. Finally get to talk to you. All right. Let me Bye, Lishan. The call-in number's in the bottom. Here, I'm gonna retype it again. 512-481-7464. I'll memorize this soon enough. 481-7464. You guys, you see? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Here we go. Call-in number. Anybody gonna call? Who you gonna call? Somebody call. Act like y'all can't call? Can't pick up a phone? Can't call a sister? Come on. All right, well, I guess I'll just have to talk to myself. Being alive requires multitasking. Jericho Green is cool. Religion and politics don't mix. Crappy chat. Blank slate. Use a marker on your forehead. I know I should write it on my forehead. That'd be funny. My forehead's not big enough, though. All right. Who's this next caller? All right. Somebody in Texas. How are you? In Austin.
Yeah, you said to call.
Yeah, who's this?
Sorry about this. I got
Turn your volume down and just...
I got it turned down.
Yeah, okay. What's your name?
Yeah. My name's Edwin.
Hey, Edwin, what's going on?
I've checked you out on the YouTube a lot.
Huh?
I've checked you out on the YouTube a lot.
On the YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you. I used to have this student. She would be like, the Facebook. She would always put the. It just sounds funny. Sorry. How you doing?
Yeah.
So you're in Austin?
Yeah, I'm in Austin, and originally I'm from New York City.
Dang, man. How do you feel like... I finally have some friends that I feel like I can kick it with now, but man, I just, it's kind of isolating being in Austin with the whole, like, there's so many crazy, like, hardcore leftists here. Do you have that experience?
I have some friends, but they all mostly agree with my view.
Okay.
And as far as, I haven't run into too many leftists. My son does. He runs into leftists all the time, and he argues with them about what they're talking about. But, I'm a Trump supporter. I voted for Trump.
Do you feel like you can be open with that in Austin? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. I lived in New York City I grew up there, lived there, and I saw the whole death go, where it was going.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got out of the military, I went back to New York City to live. And it's the same mess getting worse. So I said, nah, I'm out of here. Move to Texas.
Oh, wow. Wow. What do you, do you mind me asking, like, what is your background? Okay, let's
see here. My dad's Puerto Rican. My mom's Dominican. And I have, half my family's Haitian. My mom. But I consider myself Latino.
Yeah, I think another thing that really turned me off when I worked for Lyft for a while, and especially after this election, people would just unload on me, and they just automatically assume because I was black that I would, take the position of a leftist. And when they did it, you know, they would like, when they found that I didn't, they would like flip out, you know. And do you know, like, your parent, like your parents, do they like go through the whole like citizenship process, or have they been here for generations?
Okay, my dad automatically he was Puerto Rican, so he was all American, or American citizen.
Mhm.
My mom was an immigrant. She came to this country in '61 and met my dad in '62 and had me in '63. So, so she never became an American citizen. She just became a permanent resident, and that was it.
Like green card, basically.
Yeah, she went through the whole thing. She went through the right way and everything. So,
I hope that I'm gonna try and get this lady to call back. But when I was testing this earlier today, I had the most interesting conversation. It was so frustrating because I was like, God, I wish the people could hear this. But she's from the Congo, and she was talking about, like, you know, she moved here, and she had to learn English in order to stay here. It was, you know, her it was according to her visa. She had to learn English, and now she's like, wait a minute, now I have to learn Spanish too, like, you know, like, what, this is it's getting like ridiculous, you know.
you don't have to learn Spanish. I know. Well, the only reason I know Spanish is because my mom would send me to the Dominican Republic every summer to be with my grandparents, and there I had to speak Spanish.
Yeah, but see, you went to the Dominican Republic where they spoke Spanish, and you had to speak Spanish because that's the language that they speak. And why are people allowed to come here and not have to learn English in order to get by? You know?
No,
When you go to somebody's country, I like speaking different languages. I love languages and I love traveling, but I think when you go to somebody's country, you ought to do them the courtesy of speaking their language.
That's right. You did.
You know?
And I had to. And if you come to this country, you gotta learn English because everybody speaks English. You know, that's nice if you know a second language, but our foundation is in English. Our rule of law comes from England. You know, adapt. You know, and but keep your culture. Want to keep your culture? No one disputes that. You want to keep some of your culture you bring here? It's fine.
Yeah.
As long as you contribute to the greater good here.
Exactly. And plus, you need to have a common language so there's not miscommunications, you know? You know, between, you know, but I'm just saying, you can have miscommunication speaking the same language, but if there's a common language that everybody speaks when you're communicating with each other, it's less likely that there's going to be miscommunications and misinterpretations with certain things, you know?
That's true. That's true.
You know, like what happens to you? I'm sorry, go on.
When I got here to Texas, everybody talked this Tex-Mex type, and I talked my Spanish from New York, and so I was having all sorts of miscommunications with them because they refer different things to what I refer to. So I said, you know something? Let's just speak English.
Yeah, well, it's like British and American English, right? We say certain words differently, and certain accents are different. For sure. For sure. So, how long have you been in Austin?
Been in Austin 30-something years.
Oh, okay. You've been here a while. You've been here a minute.
Yeah, I've been here. But I've gone back to New York City from time to time.
Have you? So you've seen it change a lot, right? Because when you first moved here 30 years ago, was it as leftist as it is now?
Oh, it's more.
Yeah.
Compared to what I've seen, it's more. It's more.
Well.
And the bad thing is they live in a cocoon.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was there, I barely went anywhere. Pretty much my house, the neighborhood, that's it. My house, the neighborhood, that's it. Unless my mom wanted to take me somewhere else in the city, you know. Until I became a teenager, then I roam everywhere. But yeah, they do live in a cocoon.
What was I gonna say? Oh God, I lost my train of thought. Oh well, it has a lot to do with the education system, you know.
Education, I'm not gonna argue.
College.
In New York City.
Huh?
It was good. It's top notch. Top notch. When I grew up, because they hammered history, actual history, not rewritten history, actual history about everything. So I'm really into history a lot. So when I hear stuff that doesn't make sense that I didn't get taught, like my son got taught that apparently we had a progressive era in the early 20th century. I wasn't taught that, but apparently that's in his history books now.
Oh, well, I mean, but that's how they do it. That's why we have a lot of young kids that are just, they're whack. They don't know history. They don't know proper English. Like, they don't know. There's just a lot of stuff they don't know, you know? And as a teacher, I saw a lot of this. Now looking back, I see how, you know, it was purposely, it's not like, oh, it's an accident. It was purposely, what am I trying to say? It was purposely, you know, made this way in order to have the outcome that we have now. We have so many people that are radicalized. You know, it's the same thing. Have you ever seen that Yuri Bezmenov interview? You know that guy, How to Brainwash a Nation? And if you look at, I'm always talking about him and like Charlotte Iserby, how they're, you know, they would go through the schools and they start, you know, you think about it too. The school system has your kids has children for most of the day. I'm saying the life, but you know, 8 hours a day while the parents are at work, and then the parent drops the kid off to school. They're in school the whole day, picks them up, they do homework, go to bed, go back, maybe get weekends off, you know, and then out of a year, they're in school like 9 months out of the year. So, yeah, it's very, you know, it's planned, you know.
But being raised under a democratic system in New York City, they were trying this a long time ago, back in the 70s, okay?
Yeah.
Because the thing they were messaging out all the time
Mm-hmm.
was New York City's the greatest city in the world. You don't want to go anywhere. You just want to be here. That's it. You don't have to go past New Jersey. Here's where you need to be. If you're going to succeed, it's going to be here. I mean, constant bombardment of that, okay? Well, guess what? When I went back, visit, one of my times when I went visit,
Mm-hmm.
I went to visit my comadre and my compadre. And my compadre said, man, what? I told him, why don't you move out of here? Go west, go somewhere that, you know, your skills, you can make more money and live better. And he repeated the same propaganda that I heard in the school system a long time ago. Okay? And it does work. The brainwashing does work. And he just repeated a lot. And to kids, and some kids will bite on it, and some kids who are strong-willed won't. You know,
Yeah.
they'll just treat it like garbage.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, it takes a while to brainwash people to this level. That's why they need all that time. The human spirit is very strong, you know? And I look at the people in my family that thinks I get my information from Alex Jones and I'm just automatically brainwashed from a few episodes. And I'm like, no, you're the one that's brainwashed. You've gone through all of this school while you've lived in like this bubble, and you don't, you know, have any other outside thought or anybody to challenge your opinions, and you can't even like defend why you feel the way you feel. You just get triggered emotionally and like flip out when somebody disagrees with you, you know.
Fortunately, I haven't had anyone trip out on me about it. You know, usually anyone who meets me knows that I tell them, no, I'm very right wing. You know, it's all these other right people who are very moderate. That's what I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they've gone way too far. And you know, I'm not super. I mean, I think I'm more libertarian if I had to pick. You know, I'm still, but I've realized I've accepted a lot of doctrines and dogma too, without really thinking about how and why I feel the way that I feel, or why I think certain things that I think. So this, especially again, since this election, I've had to reevaluate a lot of things. You know.
Yeah, I've always believed that live and let live. Unless you come to my face and tell me that I have to believe in your ideology. And I said, no. Okay, you can think what you want to think. I can think what I want to think. We're cool. That's it. You know?
Yeah, and the thing about this too is, I want to say this one thing, and I guess I gotta let go because there are other people I want to call. But
Sure, no problem.
there, you know, I think what's really disturbing about this situation with the left is that they want to force their way of life onto you, and I don't really see that happening from the right. I feel the right, they have their strong, and of course there's in between, but they have a very strong opinion, or they have very steadfast ways of being and beliefs, but they're just cool just being themselves and not trying to force their ideals on everybody else, where like the left is just like, oh well, I'm not only comfortable with how I think, but I'm gonna have to make you think the way that I think.
Yeah. Well, this is good talk. Continue what you're doing, and I'll support you, and I'll watch you from time to time.
Oh, thank you. Well, thanks for calling, Edwin.
No problem.
Okay, I'm gonna see. Okay, bye-bye. Hold on 1 second. Somebody just called. I'm gonna see if I can call them back, because I think they called a couple times. Let me see if I can call this person back before anybody else calls. Oh, can I call? Let's see. 470. Okay. Okay, maybe I can't call them back. All right, next caller. Next caller. I tried to call. Let me see if I can call this person back. Nope. You have to call me. Oh my God, thanks, Paul. I'm gonna finally get that weave. I'm just kidding. I don't wear weaves anymore. You don't wear weaves? Hello? Somebody call. I got hopefully 30 more minutes. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. Anybody? Somebody called me. I tried to call you back, and it was 470 area code. You want to try again? All right. It's hidden person. Oh, no. Thanks, Simey. Okay. Hi. Hello. Who's on the line?
This is Scott. How are you?
Good. How are you? Scott, could you speak up a little more? Oh. 470. Hold on. Hold on, Scott. 470. Hold on. I'll take you after this person. Okay. I'll leave the lines open for you to call after. So, okay. Sorry. Hey, Scott. What's going on?
Not much. You said call, so I called. What state are you out of?
What state?
Yeah, city.
Where did I come from? Where do I live now?
Where do you live now?
Texas.
Oh, Texas. Okay, I'm from Orange County, California.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm from LA. I mean, Orange County is a different county, but I was born and raised in Los Angeles. But I've been here about four years.
Yeah, I go there all the time. I'm right on the borderline, North Orange County, so I frequent it.
What city?
You know how that? I'm in North Orange County, close to Diamond Bar.
Okay. Is that by Garden Grove?
Yeah. Like half an hour away. So I'm not far from Disneyland. I could see their fireworks at night.
Could you see the Matterhorn?
No, I'm not that. Just the fireworks.
Okay.
So when was the last time you lived in California?
4 years ago.
Okay, so then you know how bad it was getting.
Oh yeah, I mean, all my friends. I was born and raised there, so all my friends and family are in California right now. So I'm getting the skinny, and I'm gonna go back in a couple months. So.
Okay, and what part of Los Angeles did you grow up in?
First 8 years Koreatown, and then when I was about 8, we moved to like South Central Mid City, like right by USC.
And did you notice that at one time the black neighborhoods, their communities, when the Mexicans started coming in and the black people started to leave, and now it's mostly like, if I drive into Inglewood and Compton, more Mexicans than black people even.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. I had an aunt that lived in Compton, and Long Beach and everything. Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Okay, one more question for you. How do you feel about Jesse Lee Peterson?
I'm sorry, how do I feel about what?
Jesse Lee Peterson. You know who he is?
Yeah, I like some of his stuff. Um,
Okay.
I do, but I honestly haven't seen a lot of his work. I know I Anyway, why do you ask? I don't want to go on a tangent. Why?
I'm just curious. He's a black conservative, and I was watching a couple of your videos, and I think you guys would have stuff in common. You'd like him.
Oh yeah, no, I like some of his stuff. Like I said, I've seen a lot. I saw this one video. He kind of, I made a, I think he was commenting on like natural hair and nappy hair and stuff, and it kind of ticked me off. And I remember making a video a while back. Even though they're black people that are very pro-black, they're still kind of brainwashed in this whole like what am I trying to say? This mindset of that they're against people with they still don't like people with natural hair, you know. And I remember commenting on that. But a lot of other stuff I've seen, I like his stuff. I see what he's trying to do. And yeah, I mean, I think that he, you know, yeah, I mean, I can vibe with him, but I don't watch him a lot. I've just seen, like I said, a little bit of his stuff. So.
Okay. Next time you want to watch him, because you mentioned Anomaly.
Mhm.
He's interviewed Anomaly on his regular Jesse Lee Peterson show, and on his show The Fallen State. Very good interviews. If you want to watch him, check those out.
Okay, I will. All right.
Okay, good talk.
Okay, good talking to you. I'm gonna take this next call. Thanks. Oh, wait, 470. Call me back. 470. Nobody else called except for the last person I was trying to call. I was about to take that call.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Scott.
Bye.
Bye. 470. I'm waiting for you. I've been trying to call you. Come on, who is 470? Come on. All right, you got 1 minute, 470. Wait, I'm going to set the timer. You got 1 minute, or I'm going to take the next person that wants to call. Starting now. I don't know why I can't call you back. What do you feel about Jesse Peterson's position that we aren't meant to be overly emotional, that Satan takes your hand through manipulation of your emotions? Oh, this is from Lin Yin Chin. Can you call me Lin Yin Chin? And we can talk about it after this person. Hello, hey, what's your name?
Hey, my name's Richard. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. I'm so excited. I'm getting a chance to talk to you.
I know.
I just want to tell you thank you. I drive a truck, and I drive around in the morning, and usually near the end of the morning, I guess around 11 or 12. It's always a pleasure to hear you, do your show or your little YouTube channel. I absolutely agree with everything you think. I never thought I would ever listen to a person that I agree with just about everything they thought. I will say I'm kind of ignorant about the vaccine.
Okay.
But your show is wonderful. I love
thank
it.
you.
Keep up what you're doing. And I know everybody that's listening to you right now is so excited to have a chance, to get to talk to you. I think it's really cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, me too. Like, you have no idea how excited I am too. Like, I love, one of the things I love about doing this, and even before the YouTube channel start blowing up, this channel was made by my best friend and I. So she's busy like taking care of her family and everything at the moment. But we've always wanted, both of us always talked about like, oh, we always want to have call-ins and stuff like that. So. But one of the best things I've gained from doing this, because we had a podcast and everything, was just the connections that I made, the people that we've met through the years. So I'm just as excited, if not even more. If you want to know more if you kind of want to delve into that, I did go through the videos, and I did a debate called How to Debunk a Pro-Vax Zealot. And I had a debate like 4 or 5 months ago, and I cut it up, and I put video inserts and other stuff and information in the links if you kind of want to get an idea about that. There are a lot of videos, but you can watch them little by little. So I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, so go on, talk. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much.
No, I want to hear you talk too. I mean, it's just not me. So many people I know are excited to talk to you, but we listen to your show because we like your opinions and stuff. I got a question for you. I think with all your popularity and your gaining steam with this, have you ever thought about running for some kind of office?
No.
You should think about it.
No. I do not want to get into politics at all. I'm a creative person, and I'm a musician, and I have some stuff I'm working on with music and stuff. So, and I want to do more like informational videos, kind of like True Stream Media or Black Pigeon Speaks. I've done a few little mini movies, but that's kind of more where I want to go. I do not want to get into politics. But you know what? I think it takes all types, right? So you have some people that are doing this work that will get into politics. But politics isn't the only thing that's going to help people. You need people that are creatives. You need people that are intellectuals. You need people that are just lay folks giving your opinion. You need all of us together to create the whole picture. You know what I mean?
Well, let me say this. This is great because we always have people that are thrown in front of us as picks. Who the candidates are. And it's like pick between Coke and Pepsi, or the people that the establishment and the media, or it's not the people who are running for office they don't ever come from the people. And we need people to represent and go into our country that aren't going to be bought off by lobbyists, that they're going to be people the people said, hey, I want that person to run for office. Not these Joe Blows that we get thrown in front of us, and then they say pick one of these two, when almost all of these people are bought and paid for, and that's the only reason why I voted for Trump and why I love Trump is because the guy's doing something right. It's the whole establishment, and everybody hates him. I'm glad
I know.
People,
Yeah.
Trump. And when he's gone, I'm like, it's all going to go back to the way it was before. But
I don't know.
Other people.
Well, I hope not, because, I mean, I hope it doesn't go back to the way it has before, but I think a lot of people are awake to the establishment, right, and how, that we've been lied to about so many things, and, I think Trump is he's just one piece in this war that we are. It's not, I'm not into putting my faith into one person, because God forbid if something were to happen to him, then what's going to happen to us? Like, what are we? So it's him. I think he was definitely a catalyst. But look at all the people that have stepped up. All the people that are coming out and speaking out. And I'm really inspired by and this is why I start doing videos on my car. But just people making videos in their car. Like, we were very fortunate at this point in time to be able, as lay people, to speak out and to have our opinions out there. Back in the day, before the internet, before we had, phones, we weren't able to defend ourselves. But now we can. We can send it across the world, So it's about all of us. I'm not really into the whole one person savior thing, because I think that's a very dangerous mindset to get into, because you're also, you're relinquishing responsibility, and you're not also realizing your own power that you can have.
Yeah, I think political candidates from the future, especially in a lot of your local elections, I think we can get people, everyday Americans, who have common sense and think correctly, and they can put their message out through these kind of platforms before they try to kill it and take it away from them. That's the way we can change our country, that we can get these fools out of office that seem to be running everything and don't listen. They ignore, regular people like us about immigration, about everything, all this other kind of crazy stuff that they're doing.
Yeah.
And so I think this is a great platform. And I think Jericho Green, I'd like to see him run for some kind of office. I know everybody's excited about him as well. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just picturing him. I'm sorry. Because I'm picturing somebody asking him something, and he's just like, I don't give a fuck. I would just love.
You can curse on your show, which I love, because when I get angry, I feel like I don't mean to curse. I try to live the good Christian life, but sometimes I feel like we need to curse to express how angry we really are with these nonsensical idiots that
Yeah.
are running the country. And who was the name of that lady that's running against that bitch AOC? What's the name of the lady? She's from Jamaica. She's running as a Republican. I would just tell people everywhere, donate some money to her campaign, because I'm sick and tired of looking at her face every single night and just cringing
Yeah.
and hearing her in the news every single day. And if anybody else feels the way I do, let's say a big hell yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can't think of her name. But it's very, I don't know, with the cursing thing, I've wrestled back and forth, right? Because I used to teach, I've taught all levels from 5 years old all the way up to adults. And I don't like cursing around old people or children. I get real sensitive about that. But then, and I've had some people be like, oh, tone it down, blah, blah, blah. And even my mom, like, if I curse a lot, I won't send her my videos because she'll be like, oh, you're cursing. But it's funny, my mom will like other people curse. She listens to other people curse, but not me. She doesn't want me cursing. But anyway, so I've just kind of decided to do what I'm going to do. And still, as I curse, I also try to maintain a wide vocabulary and be as articulate as I can, because I know if I probably didn't curse and I was more Disneyland Mickey Mouse, I'd probably have a wider reach. But at the same time, it is good, like you said, to get your feelings out, because I don't see anything wrong with being angry about what's going on, because I think that we should. We're being invaded. They're mandating laws.
Express our anger.
Yeah, I don't think it's wrong. It depends on how what you do with that anger, how you channel that anger. We're not, I'm not going around beating people up. I'm not destroying things, But
No, you're just saying this is bullshit.
yeah, it is. It is. It's
bullshit.
it is. Just a lot of things that's going on in this country. It's just very it's very disturbing and very, very. It's we're in a war. We're in a war. Not physically yet. Knock on wood. I'm sorry. What?
In an information war, and let me ask you this, because I know other people probably want to talk to you too, unless I'll talk to you if you want me to, but I'm sure some other people.
Yeah. I need to get. Yeah.
What is your opinion on this? How it seems like the people that are surrounding Trump and his cabinet are trying to get him involved in a war, no matter what. And I would just kind of want to get your. I have my opinions about that too, but I was just wondering what your feelings about that could be.
Well, I think wars are good for people in higher powers to come in, and they'll do like a problem reaction solution. They want to start a war here. They're trying to start a civil war here by giving Antifa carte blanche to do whatever they want without any consequences, and calling for violence and stuff. So I think there's still people that he's surrounded with that are part of the evil elite, so to speak, for lack of a better word. And for them, a war would be good, because once a war happens, it's very chaotic, and the water is muddled, and it's good for them. So I think there are people still surrounding him, because you talk about, I don't know like what tier of awokeness I guess you would say you're at, but you have different tiers, and the elite, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, they fight with each other too, right? So you can even say that there's some people that are, in these upper echelons that they don't agree. Like they might want to control the populace to a certain degree, but then, they don't want a war, they don't want this, or they still like America. They don't want America to fall, but maybe, So I don't know. I definitely would have to know more details about what they're thinking and where their loyalties lie. But I think there are always other people that benefit from war, So they're probably doing it for their own benefit. Huh?
Let me add this, and I'll let you go. It's been great talking to you.
You too.
Um, you know, I'll be damned if they want to try to get us involved in another war, and we can't even control the borders to our own country. How much fucking sense does that make?
Well, I will say I don't know a lot about geopolitics and it's very complicated, but I've been kind of like on the truth and tip or so since about 2010, and I know that there are people that have geostrategized, I think that's the word, talking about like if they get our military to go and leave and go to another country, that it leaves us open to be attacked. So it's another way also if the military have to go and like to a different country, they can flood us with other countries and take over the citizens here, if that makes sense.
Makes sense. I just when people, I would just like for people to think about that. How because some people, I'm a conservative person, but like you said, there's divisions within all groups of people, and a lot of people, if we, they tell us we need to get another war. A lot of people who are patriotic, God bless them, I am too, but they'll be like, oh, we got to get behind it. We got to support it because, here we are, we're in it. But I just say to people, step back and can there be just a little bit of critical thinking in anything that we do? Can we stop back and say, wait a second here, does this really make sense to go fight a war thousands of miles away, and yet you're the same people who tell us you can't control our own border?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's very complicated because it's also, that it gets into psychology, it gets into groupthink, it gets into a lot of things. They can, because they did that with Vietnam after a lot of people started dying and stuff, but they were people, protesting and dodging the draft and all that stuff. I don't know. I hope it doesn't come to that. I'm curious to see what will happen, but it's very, very complicated in that sense. A lot of people join the military too for different reasons, like because they can't afford college and you want somebody to pay for college, or they want to travel, or they want to, maybe they come from a military family. Most people don't join to go in a war, but then once you're in that situation, then you have, there's a lot of camaraderie. It's kind of like cultish, right? And people have a hard time of stepping out of that, even now, there's some people that don't want to criticize other people in their own political party, huh?
It's sheeple, it's groupthink. It's like, it's just a rush to tell people this is how you're supposed to think, like you were talking earlier about, and there's no step of critical thinking involved about not questioning whether this or that or whatever it case may be, whether it's the right thing to do or not. It's just this Russia, and this is how you're supposed to act. This is how you're supposed to think. Do it. Order. Obey.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know. Maybe I'm too optimistic. Some days, I think a couple of days ago, I had like a crash and burn where I was like, like, are we ever going to get it together? But I feel like I've definitely seen more people that are waking up to a lot of this stuff and that are starting to think critically than I have before. I don't know if it's enough to turn the tide. I don't know. I'm hoping there is.
Well,
but
anytime we start to be awakened, the people are going to start trying to find ways to suppress it. But, God bless you. I love your channel. Keep going. What do you call yourself? What's your name?
Oh, Verstein. Sorry. I never see in the videos, and then people they're like, call me Truther Talk. I'm like, oh, but that's the channel name. That's not my name. So Verstein, Virstyne.
Okay, well, it's a great name, and it's a great name for the channel because I think all of us really, we want to know what truth is, and we want to follow truth.
Oh, for sure.
I think it's great. And hey, I really enjoyed talking to you, and let these other folks get at you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, so I said I was going to be on for an hour, but I'm enjoying this way too much. I think I'll stay on for like 30 more minutes, and then I really have to go. So if there's anybody that wants to call, please call. I'll put the number again in the chat. 481. Or I should hold it up. If you can see that. 512-481-7464. Oops. So, yeah, 7464. I just got this number, so that's why I don't know it by heart. All right. Hello. Who is this?
Hi, I'm calling into Truth Talk.
Hey, who is this?
Did I
Hello.
get the wrong phone number?
No, this is right.
This is Heather.
Hey.
Sorry.
Hey, Heather, what's going on?
Bluntly Blondie.
I'm sorry, what?
Good. I actually go by Bluntly Blondie.
Oh, okay. I saw you in the chat. How are you?
Yeah, good, good.
Good. I'm Verstine. Nice to meet you. I should tell you my name. Okay.
Yeah, so I just found your channel today.
Oh, what?
Just about 30 minutes ago. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Well, welcome.
Thank you. I was watching one of your videos, and then I saw that you popped up live, so thought I would figure it out, or, see what you were all about. I absolutely love what you're doing. I think it's awesome to have more young people, more black women in this movement speaking out. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Where are you? Are you from Colorado?
I'm from Arizona.
Okay. I was like, well, I'm trying to look at the number.
Right, yeah. So I'm from Arizona. It's a Tucson number, but I'm in Phoenix now.
Okay, okay. Well, nice
So
to meet you. Have you always been, like, are you like a truther or are you conservative? Like, what do you call yourself? Or were you
I would
consider
say
both?
truther and conservative.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
And no, I have not always been that way.
So, did you?
Um,
Well, what do you want to say? I'm like, speak.
so I actually became more conservative about 2 years before the election. I voted for Obama twice.
Oh,
and,
twice. Oh no, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
I figured it out the first time, but I did vote for him the first time. But go on. Sorry.
Yeah, so about 2 years into his second term, I started actually looking into things. I met my now husband, and I was, fighting with him over the news. And so I decided to do some digging because I like being right. And
Are you an Aries?
yes, exactly. I wanted to be able to come back at him with more information. But the more I looked into it, the more I guess I kind of red pilled myself.
Oh wow. That's have you seen that documentary, the red, it's called The Red Pill? Have you seen that?
I think I have.
I can't think of her name, but that's how she kind of red pilled herself about like women's issues and stuff. She was actually doing a documentary. I think it's like Cassie J. She was actually doing a documentary on women's rights and stuff. And then I guess her boyfriend or somebody I don't know who it was that challenged her, but she was same kind of deal. She was like, I like being right. And then she was like, wait a minute. Like, wow, I've been lied to about a lot of stuff. And then her documentary totally ended up being something totally different than what she had planned. And, yeah, but you know what, though? It takes a strong person and a person of really strong and, like, staunch character to be able to admit that you're wrong. So that's very commendable, No, seriously, like, I'm not just, like, blowing smoke up your ass by saying that, because for those of you that are just coming in, this channel, the Truther Talk, was started with me and my best friend, and we still talk every day just about when she does a lot of research and stuff. She's not in it. She's doing family stuff right now. But we had a podcast, and you can listen to some of the podcasts on SoundCloud. And all the guests that we had on, we would always ask them, what was your like red pill moment? And this is like way before politics. We weren't even talking about like, politics and stuff at the time. But and it's interesting, and we've always had this conversation about like also when you're a truther, so to speak, you also have to dig within yourself. It's a lot of self work that you have to do if you really want to grow
Very
substantially.
much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. And the more you learn, the more you want to look into every other aspect. And
Oh, totally.
I considered myself a feminist.
Yeah.
But I'm actually a men's rights activist now.
So yeah, you have to see the red pill. That sounds like your
Yeah, I
story,
have
you
It
know?
does. It really, truly is. And, I got so involved in politics, watching videos all the time. And my husband said, well, why don't you just start your own channel?
You
So
should.
I did. Yeah, I did. So,
Oh, okay, what about your channel? Tell people your channel.
Bluntly Blondie.
Bluntly Blonde?
Yeah, so Bluntly and then Blondie with an IE at the end.
Okay. Bluntly Blondie. That's great. That's great.
Yeah. Because I wanted to share my story with
No,
other people.
No, for sure. And I think it's very powerful. And I think it's like, I'm always excited. Like, one of the first callers that I talked to tonight, I was talking about how I'm always excited to see another person talking, popping up and there's so many good people now. It's so hard to follow everybody, but it's like, this is how we're going to win. Like, if just everybody have their own channel, and you're going to, people are going to gravitate more towards some people than others. But if everybody had their own channel, they can't, it's like whack-a-mole,
Oh, exactly. And, we're seeing some of the bigger people that we all kind of watch, like Lauren Southern,
Yeah.
decide to take a step back, which is creating, kind of a vacuum to where other people like yourself, like me, that are coming up. And I love following these smaller channels because I just want to support them in what they're doing.
Oh, totally, totally. And I know what it was like when I first started too. So I'm always like, some of the people that I've actually interviewed, mosquito or something, I don't know, have actually surpassed me. I'm like, but that's good. I'm happy because I know that I still get controversial even for somebody that's considered a conservative or a libertarian or whatever. And I know that this doesn't bother me. Long story short, I wanna, and it makes me feel good too because I can't be consistent. I have a lot of other stuff going on, so it's good to know that there are also other people like pulling their weight, so you're not by yourself.
Yeah, and same. I work part time as a bartender so that I can afford to get better things, afford to go do things like I'm planning on going to Portland for the anti-Antifa rally up there. That'll be my
Oh, when is that?
traveling. It's on the 17th
The 17th of August.
August. Yep.
Oh my God, you be careful. Those people are insane.
Oh, I will.
They're insane.
No,
It's
I'm-
black magic brainwashing. I swear to God.
Oh yeah. And I am friends with the Arizona Proud Boys, so I'll actually be traveling up with them.
All right, girl, you better
Okay.
get like some facial masks, some
yeah.
make sure your hair's up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm serious, like those people, they're insane. I was like, okay, I can't wear earrings. I gotta make sure my hair's back. Not even probably in the fro hawk. I'd have to do something like cornroll it or something so they can't grab onto my hair. Have a helmet.
Yeah.
You get your own pepper spray. Like something to fight back.
Oh yeah, definitely. And there's going to be 3%ers there. There's going to be oath keepers there. So
Oh, that's gonna
I
be dope.
feel like I will be safe after seeing what happened to Andy No.
Oh, that made me so livid.
Huh?
That made me so livid. I was pissed. And the fact he was walking away. He wasn't even, like, if it were me, like, the ghetto girl would have come out. I would have had to take at least one of those motherfuckers down with me, I couldn't have just stand there and just let them hit me. No way.
Right. No, me neither. And, I'm from kind of a rougher part of town, or at least I hung out in the rougher part of town when I was growing up in Tucson. So, I've been in dangerous situations before.
Yeah.
But I mean, I went out with a buddy of mine. He flies a Trump flag. I don't know if you saw it maybe on Twitter, but he was the guy who dropped the Trump flag off of the ferry in Disneyland,
Mhm.
and he got kicked out. But I went to First Fridays, which is a thing down here in Phoenix, and we were only there for 8 minutes, and he got attacked by 4 guys. He got jumped. They nearly knocked his tooth out. He had to get stitches.
Ugh.
It was pretty brutal. That video's up. You guys want to watch it? The after her life.
I just subscribed to your channel, so I got it down.
Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah.
I subbed to you earlier too because I loved the way that you were talking about things that resonated with me.
Oh, well, thank you. Sorry, I'm putting your, oh, wait, hold on. I'm putting your channel in the chat, too. No, girl, like, we have to stick together, and, I mean, granted, I don't think we have to like everybody. I've definitely done videos on that. Like, we're not going to, just because you're, you know, a conservative or a truther, doesn't mean you're going to like the person or have to agree with everything or, you know, have kumbaya and hold hands. But at the same time, you know, it's like you find another member of your tribe, you try and stick with them as much as you can, you know. And it's not a tribe of what we look like, but it's a tribe of ideals and, you know, where we want to go, where we want to grow, you know, like the whole racism thing. You know, we're not gonna evolve as a human race if we keep making this a center point of our, you know, our lives.
Absolutely.
And kids don't do that. Like but the children, you know, when we're working with kids, they know that they're people that look different than them, but they don't place any meaning on it. You know?
Right. Yeah. And it is what you were saying about y'all need to kind of come together is so true. I absolutely hate the infighting. You know, stupid little squabble between like Milo and Ben Shapiro.
Well, but at the same time,
we'd all do so much better together.
well, I mean, but at the same time too, you have to allow people to have difference of opinions and different personalities. Like I'm not a fan of Candace Owens, you know, but you have to allow people you know, people are also going to have personality conflicts too. So you can't hold people to the standard that everybody has to get along. If they want to fight, that's fine. You know, Ben kind of gets on my nerves too. Milo can get on my nerves too. But I like Milo a little bit more. But also, I mean, people are people. So even if, you know, we were on a planet where there's no war, I mean, there's no, you know, there's no war. There's still, people just aren't going to get along. They're not going to, you know, doesn't mean you have to physically kill each other, though, you know.
That's so true.
It doesn't mean you have to put all your energy on hating the person, you know.
Right.
You can be like, I don't like that person, this is why. But if you're putting too much energy on just that instead of putting your energy over here where you can, like, you know, do something productive, then... You know, that's fine too. And so I guess I don't like being told who I should like and who I shouldn't like. So I give people that leeway too, you know?
Yeah. See, so there's another YouTuber that just moved here. He goes by Baked Alaska. And I subscribed to him a long time ago, hadn't heard of him for a while. You know, because I don't really like his tactics. I don't really like the way that he goes about things or some of the people that he used to surround himself with. So he's now disavowed those people. But I'll tell you what, at the ICE protest, because I had met him once before, and his ex-girlfriend, Ashton Liddy.
Not really a fan of her either, but whatever. but yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I met her. I can't talk about the experience I had with her, but I have a personal reason why I don't like her. But
oh, I completely get it. Yeah, I understand.
But I'm not spending my time like talking about how much I hate her. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, but go on. Sorry.
Exactly. So, but when you're surrounded by a bunch of liberals who all kind of want to kill you, and you're the only 2 or 3 conservatives there.
Oh yeah, you gotta stick together. It's a survival
No.
thing. But I honestly think too that's why, people talk about racism and stuff and they're like, "Oh, people are just racist cuz they're ignorant." I really kind of think it's more of a survival mechanism, honestly. Where especially people are so hardcore cuz I'm not like condoning like the Klan and stuff. I'm not condoning Antifa,
Right.
but they're brainwashed to the point where they really think that we're a threat, you know?
They're sick.
You know what I mean? And they're sticking together and they're doing the things that they're doing because they honestly believe that we're going to get them. You know?
Right. It's a combination of being uneducated and being and brainwashing, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, racism, especially for somebody who didn't just grow up in a racist household, it is an indoctrination thing.
Yeah.
It's other people, kind of getting in your head and you not having the ability or wherewithal to say, this doesn't feel right. This isn't right. You just want to be in the in-group, the crowd.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens a lot.
Yeah, and it also depends on your situation. Like, like where you are. Like, I lived in Taiwan for 2 years. So,
Oh, cool.
you're really vulnerable when you're in a place where you don't know the language, you don't know, like I was illiterate because everything was in Chinese. I couldn't read my gas bill. Like I needed help with the most simplest things. And I'm very independent. So for me, it was very hard. And I understood why a lot of people, in that experience, why they come to a different country and they just all stick together and they don't learn the language, right?
Right.
And you are vulnerable because there are people that are willing, they want to prey on you because of that. They know that you can't defend yourself and fight back, so you're gonna stick with people. And I found myself, even for a while until I got a little bit more comfortable with the language and found more people, just kind of sticking by people that I didn't even really like because I needed to survive.
That makes sense. And being from Tucson, I've seen, many Hispanic families immigrate, and for the most part, they all try. They all try, and they all try to learn the language. And the
Wait, where?
customs and
Where?
whatnot. Tucson.
In Tucson?
So that's in Arizona.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I haven't. It depends on the situation. I've seen it not be the other way too, because I feel like there are a lot of people that come here and they they're like Mexico was stolen land, and they don't want to learn the
Flying
language.
Mexican flag.
Yeah, like they don't want to learn the language because they feel like this is their land, and they're doing a passive aggressive invasion. So why should they? They have that. But I want to tell those people, okay, so Mexicans, are you gonna give the indigenous land that you stole from the indigenous people, like when the Spaniards came and basically altered your DNA, because you're not all, you're part white, that, right? Like that Spain is in Europe, it's a European country, that the people in like Central and South America and Mexico, they all, have European blood. That was, that, and they took that land from the people that were there,
Right.
So,
and this has been going on throughout history, people taking other people's land.
yeah, exactly. And this
So
happens.
when-
Africans do it. It all does it, it all does it. But you know what I mean? It's a cycle. So I don't know, like people that just want to say that they're just really ignorant of history. And they think like America just, I don't know, you know what I mean. But
And I'm a huge history nerd.
oh, okay.
I always have been, and I think that's why I've probably taken to politics the way that I have, is because we're making history right now.
Oh, we definitely are. I mean, I hope that I live a long enough, comfortable life to tell like my grandchildren, like back in my day, back in 2019, the election of 2020,
Yep, exactly. And I mean, it's so cool to see what's happening right now with the world kind of waking up to what is actually going on and what the people who have been in charge of us for the past 30 to 40 years and how they've been wrecking the system.
Or longer, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Hello? You're fading out. Hello? I can't hear you. You're fading out, and then I wanted to take another couple callers before I have to go. So if you can say one more thing, is there anything you want to say? Bluntly Blonde, BLUNTLY, BLONDIE, Bluntly Blondie. Sorry, Bluntly Blondie. Check out her channel. I put it in the chat a while ago, but again. Anyway, girl, I'm gonna let you go. I can't hear you. I think we got disconnection. I'm trying to get a couple another calls. But check out your channel. I subscribed. Thanks so much for calling. If you're talking, I can't hear you, so I'm gonna hang up. All right. Well, two more calls. I'm gonna bounce. 2 more calls. Anybody? All right. Hello. Who am I talking to? 731.
Yeah, is this your talk?
Yeah, Verstein. My name's Verstein. Hi.
How you doing? This is Simon.
What's your name?
Simon.
Jaime?
Simon.
STYMIE, Stymie?
Simon, I donated to you earlier.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me look how to spell your name. I'm going back in the chat. Sorry, I can't hear. Could you speak up a little more? Oh, maybe it wasn't. Huh?
Yeah, sure. Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's better.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. How are you? Hi.
I'm good. You're the first person I ever called in on the show on, and I watch many YouTube people and all that good stuff. So I just thought I'd give you my first live interview ever on YouTube with you. You're the first one ever.
Oh, well, welcome and congratulations, I guess. Congratulations is the right word. I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but well, cool. I'm glad you're calling in. What do you want to say? Lots of people listening.
I don't have much to say. If your channel would, blow the fuck up, and I wish you good luck on what you're trying to accomplish.
What's what?
I wish you good luck on what you're trying to accomplish on your channel.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'm hoping. I mean, I'm also prepared just the way that they're cutting people down that, knock on wood, that they just might take my channel away. If so, follow me on BitChute. We're on BitChute. But, yeah, I thought, I've been wanting to go live, and I'm like, I should do it. I don't know what's going to go on with the whole social media thing, but they just cutting people's channels left and right, or demonetizing them, or giving them a strike. So, yeah. Anyway, where are you from?
Tennessee.
Oh, what city?
Jackson.
Jackson, Tennessee?
Yeah.
So what is it like? Are you surrounded by a lot of people that are conservative or liberals or what?
Well, we've had a lot of influence of Californians out here, so it's about half and half now.
So, I'm sorry, you have a lot of what?
We got a lot of Californians.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we're kind of getting, rubbed into a purple state a little bit.
So you're mostly red, and now with the influx of people from California, you're starting to turn blue?
Yeah, it's not, it's not really being effective, but I think the people from California are starting to realize if they don't vote the way Tennessee votes, they're going to get run out.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, I'm originally from California. I'm originally from LA. But the thing that kind of like is surprising me is I hear people complaining a lot about Californians moving to their state, but I'm just like, what? I'm like, I would think that the Californians would get why California has been run down into the ground, and it's like a lot of them have a disease in a sense where they're still like kind of spreading the same ideas that made California a shithole to other places, instead of being like, hey, I'm from California and this is why it's a shithole. When I move somewhere else, you know, I hope that you know, I'm going to change my ways so I don't spread the same type of philosophy to where I moved to, you know?
Yeah, I get it. You know, there's a bunch of Californians that
Speak up, speak up, speak up. Are you away? I can't hear you that well. I'm struggling to hear you a little bit.
Okay, since a bunch of Californians have moved here to Tennessee, you know, you see a lot of agents trying to get, you know, rappers, all this good mess. Well, that's fine. There's a market for that. But we had a rapper come down here and, you know, we're saying no cursing, you know, in the front of the live crowd and all this good mess. Well, that's in the contract. Well, the first time they curse, they get shut down, and the concert gets shut down, and a bunch of people whine about it. We don't do that crap down here.
It's
I mean,
interesting.
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There's a market for it, everything. But, you know, they just don't want to go with the program, so, you know, they get somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and you know, I would say that I can agree with even some liberal things, but I think I mean, they've just gone way too far. It's just gone so out of hand. Like they don't want to even have a middle ground. You know, you can't even have a conversation. You know, it's really it's like a horror movie. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you know, like I was thinking about. Like the DACA thing, they're like, okay, I'll give you DACA, or there's some people that are like, okay, well, maybe, you know, if some of the illegal immigrants are good and they can stay, and then the other side is like, no, everybody has to come, open borders, they just want a better life, we don't care about the Americans that are poor here, you know, it's like, what? What? Are you purposely trying to destroy this country? You know? So.
I get it. You know, we have the influence of, you know, illegal aliens just like anywhere else. I mean, not as bad as California or nothing like that. But, you know, if you're not willing to integrate, then the hell with you. Go somewhere else.
Yeah. And that, I mean, that goes, you know, with any country though. Like I was saying, I don't know. I remember if I was able to get this so the rest of the people could hear, or if this was happening when I was doing the testing. But I was saying, you know, where else in the world can you just go and show up to somebody else's country and like not know the language and not try and integrate with their values and be accepted? You know, where? I don't know anywhere. You know.
No, I'm like you. I've lived all over the world, and you know, I know a bunch of different places.
Wait, speak up. Sorry, could you speak up a little bit more?
Okay, I've been all over the world like you, and I know several different languages. And if I didn't, you know, speak the language, I was an outcast.
Yeah, at least get a phrase book. Doesn't mean you know what I mean. Like, you don't have to be fluent, but at least make an attempt. You know, it's also a sign of respect. Not only convenience, but respect. You know.
Yeah, and you know, if you don't learn like the simple greetings or you know, polite invitations or you know anything like that in another language, you're done.
Yeah. Yeah. People don't have time for that. Do not have time. But listen, let me let you go because I'm gonna take one more call, and then I'm gonna go because as usual I always went over. But thank you so much for calling, and I'll do this within the week, and hopefully I will have more. It'll go smoother. It won't be as much drama as it was next time. So.
Hey, you're fine. You're learning just like anybody else. Thank you for taking my call, and like I say, I'll promote you the best I can. And thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Have a nice night.
All right.
Okay.
Later.
Bye-bye. One more. Who's going to be the lucky caller? One more call. One more call. Uno más. One more call. All right. Oh, I should put the number in the chat. That would help, right? Oh, shoot. 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. Blank Slate, I don't even know what you look like, Blank Slate. I just got a marriage proposal from Blank Slate. I don't even know what it looks like. It's just like an orange. Are you an orange? I just see an orange circle. How is KM? How is 6th Street in Austin, Texas? It is crazy, especially Thursday through Saturday. If you'd like to drink and see crazy people that can't handle their alcohol, go to 6th Street. All right, hello. Last person. Hello. What is your name? I'm Verstine. Nice to meet you.
Hello, how are you?
Great. Can you speak into your phone?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now? I'll take you off a speaker. Am I on your feed right now?
It was better just a minute ago. Say something again.
Hey, does this sound better?
Yeah, it sounds better. So, do you not have me on speaker? I think maybe that's the key. Don't put the speaker on. Turn down the volume on your computer and just talk to me as if we're talking on the phone. Maybe we can get some better volume that way. What's your name?
My name is Mark Jason Walker. I just wanted to reach out and show you support.
RJ, I'm sorry. What's your name? What?
Mark Jason Walker.
Mark. Okay, hey Mark, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
Where are you from?
Originally I'm from, like I said, which other people don't know this, but California. I'm from San Diego, California.
Oh,
but I live
what?
in Maryland.
Northern California, what's up? How are you?
What's happening?
My California brother.
Yeah, no, I enjoy your positive vibe and good outlook on everything. And the audio issues that everybody was bitching about, they need to realize, and I know they don't mean any harm, but damn, it's hard to juggle all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's
trying to juggle.
It's okay. No, I appreciate it. I know we're getting there. We're getting there. We gotta. Maybe I need to do a speaker or something next time. I mean, I have all the volume turned up on my computer, but yeah, it's, and if I had more time to just sit down and really spend a few hours messing with everything, I would probably have it like solid. But as you know, I'm always working. I'm always driving, like doing work and making videos and stuff. And it's either that or I'm like training like jiu-jitsu and stuff. So it's between those two things that my life's just kind of like crazy. So.
Yeah, you're giving a lot of yourself to even take the time to even do that. You know what I mean? And that's all I wanted to say. How do you really feel about like what's going on right now? Like, I was watching this thing on the Rogan podcast, which I don't watch a lot anymore because I don't know why, whatever. But anyways, this guy was talking about this thing called octane, all these kind of geometric patterns and whatnot that have to do with the hydrogen collider that I'd actually commented before about. Now, if you don't want to speak about this is
Okay, I'll talk about anything. Only thing I just want you to speak a little louder or speak into the phone. So you're talking about the Hadron
No, I
Collider.
can speak louder. Hey, does this sound better?
Yeah, this doesn't sound better. Keep talking. Keep going.
Okay, cool. What I wanted to say is that there's these geometric shapes. There's this language that people multiply letters, and I didn't know about. I had no idea. This doesn't have to do with Trump or like politics.
Oh no, this is truth or talk. So go on. I'm not. We don't have to talk about politics all the time.
Okay, cool.
In fact, I prefer not to. So we can talk about truth or stuff. That's fine.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering if you knew of this.
I've heard that like the Hebrew alphabet can do that as well. I have a friend that's learning Hebrew, and they were talking about it. You know, I learned I know some Mandarin and Spanish, and I'm beginning to delve into German a little bit. Languages are very they all have their kind of perspective and way of looking at things. So I'm not surprised. I don't know about this particular language. As far as the Hadron Collider, that's on my bucket list. I definitely would like to see it. But what were they saying? Go on. Like, what were you trying to get at? I'm sorry.
No. I mean, the things that I'm saying are kind of, you feel like, what the? But I'm watching the podcast with a guy, and I'm like, okay. So I've been on the planet for about 40 years or whatever. And I've never heard anybody talk about multiplying letters. And I was like, what is this? Now, there must be, and I could tell from talking or listening. And I was like, what? Why? I mean, so anyway, so I'm just trying to throw it out there. Not a big deal.
Well, I think there's a lot of. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying you seem actually very kind and open and receptive to the idea. When somebody first brought it up, like people brought up all kinds of things, like flat Earth and whatever, And I don't take that. You know what I mean? Like, but this particular one, there's this church in Spain that wasn't finished, and no one can figure out how to finish it. And it has to do with this sort of logic. And I was like, what? Like, what are these people talking about? That they know. And I don't know if I'm not in their club or obviously I'm clairvoyant or cognizant or whatever. I've just never, and I'm asking you personally, and you don't have to report your name. My name's all over everything. I don't care, and I might ask you to do that. But I'm asking you, have you ever, so you kind of have the Jewish folklore a little bit?
Have I read what Jewish folklore?
Well, I'm saying,
like the protocol, the Zionist protocol, Elders of Zion, like that.
Yeah, and it kind of has to do with. I don't know. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
Did they talk about it?
Oh yeah, they talked about it in depth for like 3 hours.
Did they talk about the Hadron Collider? I know that like. I did a little bit delving into that, and that's one of the reasons I kind of want to see for myself and kind of get a vibe and see what it's like. But when they had like the ceremony, the opening ceremony, it was very satanic with like the Baphomet and the symbol. I was just like, and I wasn't really into the symbolism, into like the dark symbolism and stuff. I didn't really believe in that until like a few years ago, because the more you see stuff, you're like, wow, like why is it always Baphomet, horns, or why is it always a checkered floor? Why are people always covering their eye? Like there has to be something to it, because it's like too much. You know what I mean?
Well, there's beyond the little eye thing. There's much more going on there than that. That's just a little wink or whatever,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
once I found this out, I was like, whoa, it's really like that? Like, me too. I was like, what the, like,
Yeah.
what is going on? Like, and And the dance you're talking about is the dance of Shiva.
Oh, well, that's the statue that they have over there, right? And then if you look at CERN's, they're like, there's 3 6s
Well,
there's 3
exactly.
6s in the what do you call it? The logo of CERN.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the Indians, look, they got all their information from the Indian culture, correct? The
Shiva.
Indians already know. Right. The Indians already know. And they already had things called Vimana.
Yeah.
That's where they got it. Anyway, but
Well, no, I think I kind of know what you're getting at. That there's a sinister. Well, there are people that believe that they're messing with things like opening portals and like kind of dealing with demonic stuff during CERN, and they're trying to like
they already do.
yeah, like with the Higgs boson theory and the particle collider, but that it actually is opening like portals and like messing with timelines and all this other stuff. That's like I feel if I got around there, I can kind of maybe pick up on some stuff. I know I wouldn't be able to go that far, but I'm actually going to Germany in September in Denmark, and I was looking into going over there, and there's it is in Sweden, or Switzerland and France, and there's only a certain time of the year that they turn it off, and they allow tours where you can actually see like the gate of the Hadron Collider. Have you seen like the pictures? It's like a big old circle, and the rest of it runs like a few miles, like between Switzerland and France. And we're not going to be there by the time they turn it off, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. But that is something I would like to delve into, because I definitely think that we only know a fraction of a lot of the stuff that the elites know, right? And what pisses me off, a lot of people give so much credence and so much power away to these people that are doing large projects like this, as if they have our best intentions in mind, and people have this view of science that it's totally benevolent, and people aren't going to use it to do bad things. And even when Oppenheimer created the atomic bomb, he uses that quote from Shiva being the destroyer of worlds. Sorry, what?
Oh, you know about Shiva. Damn, the destroyer, you know. All right.
I know. I mean, that's why I've said. I'm sorry. Are you talking? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I just went to say something. I said, damn, she already knows kind of what I was gonna
I feel like there's so much to know. I try and delve into a lot of stuff, like Bluntly Blonde was talking about. Like once you find out what you've been lied to in one area, then you want to delve into everything and be like, oh my God, what else have I been lied to? And it kind of becomes a little bit obsessive, but it's also very empowering, because then you're not as easily like manipulated when you understand the truth of things and you see, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a weird thing. It's almost like if you accept it or don't point it out, then you're going to be, whatever. Anyway.
Well, you gotta find people that are more like-minded and open to having these conversations, which I've learned, because it's so funny when I first I guess woke up or whatever, and I'm still waking up, because we all have our blind spots. There's all so much to learn. But I would just tell everybody everything, and people just thought I was on my fucking mind. Because I just like, oh yeah, and then this and the blah 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 blah. And people were like, what are you talking about? And I was like, and the chemtrails and the blah, and people were like, what are you talking about? So I have to kind of.
Hey, you're not crazy.
I know, but if you're not around people too that are willing to have those conversations for a while, and especially when you're first waking up, you start to question yourself, and you're like, maybe I am crazy, right? And then when you get around other people that are like-minded, who want to grow in thought and analysis like you do, then you start to have more confidence, and then you see that you're not crazy. But I think the key, especially like I said, when you first are waking up, whatever, you have to find more people that are like-minded, and you can bounce ideas off of, and you can pick each other's brains, because everybody has different pieces of the puzzle. And you also just want people that are gonna let you say what you're gonna say and not judge you. You know.
Hey, well, that production issue that you were having, like, I'm serious. Like, I know you don't know that right now, but my cousin is a producer, and I know a lot personally about how to help with producing and all that. And I have audio friends that will give you technical advice for free or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's trying to no money out of you or whatever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We just really enjoy the message, like the other dude was saying from Tennessee and I forget wherever else it was, but you deserve support.
Oh, I appreciate it. Well, you know what? If you want to, you can contact me at info@truthertalk.com. You can
Let me write that down again when I talk to you earlier.
just info and then the name of the channel.com. Info@truthertalk.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will. I'll email you and I'll, if I can't help with the issue, I know people that can, quickly.
Okay.
I mean, there's some shit going on. You're trying so hard. But anyway.
Oh, I
you know,
appreciate
I'm
it.
just like, oh my God, she is giving so much effort, people. They don't make it easy to do these things because it's a profession. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
technology, it's all that stuff. But anyhow, you take care and I will be in touch.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, just let me be like, hey, my name is blah, 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 blah. I called in, you know, so I remember, and just email me.
I will.
All right.
I will. Most definitely. Most definitely. Hey, you take care.
Okay, you too. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, guys, the phone lines are done for today. I'll try and do another live show within a week. I'm going out of town this weekend, but maybe I can scoot one in before the end of the week really fast. So I'm so glad I got to talk to you guys. I think I'm more excited about talking to you guys than you were talking to me. I'm just saying. So, all right, love you guys. I'm going to end the stream now, and I have better aesthetics too, getting all that straightened out. But all right, guys, peace and love. Bye-bye. Mwah.